RWBY Manga Chapter 7. This one I didn't really enjoy too much. I liked that it was kind of new. There was a lot of, like, pretty much all the dialogue, or most of it at least, it was actually brand new dialogue. That I thought was really cool. We got to see a lot of new stuff from Junior, Yang, as well as the twins. One is Matilda, and I forgot the other one. I don't remember. But the dialogue I thought was cool because the dialogue for the most part was brand new. But this one was so short. Like, they're all short to begin with. They're only like, in total about 14 pages. So the actual chapter itself is about 12 or 13. But this one, the actual chapter was only 10 pages long. And I was like, that kind of sucks. And it was, going into Yang's trailer, it started off really cool because it starts off with Yang and Ruby together, and then Yang saying like, don't worry, Ruby, your big sister is here. So I actually liked that. I was like, okay, it's gonna start off with something a little different, and then it'll go into the trailer. But it kind of did what Blake's did, where it was basically one page of something different, and then it went into the trailer. And I still liked it. Like I said, I enjoyed the dialogue being different because it was pretty much all new stuff, and I'm kind of hoping, I doubt they'll do this, but maybe we'll get some canon as far as who she's looking for, even though I would assume it was her mom that she was looking for. Maybe they'd actually, officially say that within the trailer, or within the manga adaptation of the trailer, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But other than the dialogue being new, I didn't like it too much. There's a little bit of stuff that looked cool. That made Junior look super cool during the scene where he had it didn't look like it was his bat bazooka thing. It looked like he just picked up like a light pole or something and was about to hit Yang with it. But that looked cool. It made him look like super hardcore compared to the trailer where he just kind of gets beat up the whole time. But I thought that was interesting, and the twins I thought had a slightly different style to them. They actually looked they looked similar, but they didn't look exactly the same to me, just in different colors. So I thought that was actually kind of cool. I was like, they actually look a little bit different compared to the actual trailer, which of course, it's just done like boom, copy and paste with, with how they look. So that made sense because they were twins. But I actually like that they changed them up. It's like a very slight difference. You can just tell it. They just don't look 100% the same. And it also could be the fact that the artist was trying to draw them the same, which I doubt because he's an artist. But he could have, been like, well, it's not going to look exactly the same because it's technically a different drawing. But I would assume they did that on purpose to give them just slight variations, very minor, of course. But that I thought was cool, and the dialogue I thought was good. But the fact that it was so short really bothered me. I don't know why. It was only like 2 or 3 extra pages shorter, but that just really bothered me. And there wasn't much to it. And it was, I guess, with as much as I liked the new dialogue, I felt like that's mostly what we got. And there were a couple of action moments, like when the twins come in. For the most part, that's where the action was actually from the twins rather than Junior. But I still wish it was just, those extra couple of pages, and maybe it's because I know where it's going, so that's why it's like, I'm annoyed by the fact that it's so much shorter, because we know, what to expect. It's going to go into the next chapter, which you have to wait a month to get, and it's just going to be the end of Yang's trailer. So it's like, it's not like there's going to be anything new. It's like there's not really anything to like look forward to as far as surprises or anything. It's like, well, I know it's just going to be the end of her trailer, and that's it. So it's like, that in itself kind of sucks. They might actually do 3 for her, because if I remember, she did have the longest trailer. So we might get 3 months with Yang's trailer, where it's, they kind of kick things off like it's automatically in the fight when she first starts. She has already beaten up the guy, so they might cut it down to where it is still just 2 chapters for her trailer. But she had a lot of content if they wanted to do it that way, where she's going up against, because like I said, they skip past the guys, and she's fighting against the twins already, halfway through this chapter. So they kind of skipped a lot of the trailer, actually. But if they wanted to, they could still bring in like more guys where she beats them up and stuff. And I'd personally like to see that, because we haven't really had that except for the very first chapter with Ruby when she's cutting up all the Beowulfs. So I'd like to see that, actually, where it's just a bunch of kind of low-level enemies. And we kind of had that a little bit with Blake's trailer as well, but it would be very different seeing it done in, Yang's manga version of her trailer. It would be very different because they're actually people. So she's a different character. So it's not going to be, like here's like 5 robots or whatever, and Adam and Blake are just like all over the scene and stuff, and boom, the next scene they just destroyed like 10 of them or something. It's not going to be like that because that's not what Yang does. Plus, she's not going to kill all these people, so I'd kind of like to see that if they did bring in at least a couple of henchmen, maybe like 5 or so, just to get a couple of cool panels of her just actually, doing some hand-to-hand combat after she takes out the twins or something. But odds are that won't happen because they skipped past that already and they went straight to the twins and Junior. So I am still excited to see. I'm curious to see how they're going to do the twins as they fight against her and how they're going to change that and what they're going to keep the same and just how that's going to end in general, because I'm curious if it'll end just like the trailer where she just sees Ruby outside of the club and it just ends like that, or if we get a little bit extra dialogue or something. But this one a little bit kind of disappointed me, and I think it really was the length more than anything, because we know what's coming. It's kind of like, man, that sucks that it was a bit shorter this time around. And that's pretty much it. I mean, maybe they have all been 10 pages and I just didn't notice. But normally, when you hit page 13, I guess, yeah, normally on the other sides, at least when I hit page 13, that is at least, page 11 or something like that. There's like, if there's not two, then it's one. So at least like before the manga starts, it'll be like one thing to promote who translates, and then maybe another page to say like if you want to help translate or something like that. But it's normally about 15 solid pages, and this was like here's 10 or 13 for the manga itself, and it was like nope, 10, and that was it. So that kind of disappointed me, and it just because we know what's coming up, so it's like crap. It's one of those weird things where it's like it shouldn't be shorter, especially when we know exactly what's going to be coming up next month. It's like, if anything, that should make it longer because we already know it's going to be happening. But for whatever reason, they had to do shorter amounts this time. But still looking forward to the next one. It still had some cool stuff in it, like I said. I actually love the fact that all the dialogue, I'm pretty sure every bit of dialogue in this was brand new. I think everything was new. They say Junior's whole name, which they don't say in the actual trailer, which I thought was kind of cool. So that was interesting. It's like, outside of "Who are you, Blondie?" I think that's the only thing that really came from the trailer. And Yang says like her whole name, which I don't think she even says that in the trailer. I don't think she says her name at all in the trailer, actually. But I still enjoyed it. I mean, it was good, but still, I was still a little disappointed that it was shorter because it's already only 13 pages to begin with, and that's per month. So it's like when it's lessened, it's like wow, that really it's an odd impact because it's such a broad distance between each chapter, and each chapter is already super tiny because most things that come out monthly are like 40 pages long, and these are just 15, and it's like alright, that's it. And this one is just 10. It's like alright. So still looking forward to the next one. Of course, it's RWBY, so it's not like I'm gonna be like, ugh, I'm done. It's RWBY, so I'm still gonna read the next chapter. I'm gonna read it till they end the manga version. So still looking forward to the next one, but I definitely want to know what you guys thought about this chapter, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, least favorite parts. This one just came out very recently, so just like my last review, I'm going to put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out, because I don't believe it's going to be up on the normal manga sites just yet. And the last one actually had pages cut off, so that's why I put the link down in the description for the last one. So the link is going to send you straight to the actual translator's website where they have all the chapters and stuff. And you might have to do some extra stuff to make the pages actually big enough because they come up as like kind of smaller pictures. But it's fun. You'll still be able to read it. And plus you can go full screen if you need to. It'll just take that picture to a totally different tab. So you'd have to like X out and then go to the next one and then do full screen again. But for the most part, I only had to do that like one time, and it's when it has like the little extra text like off in the distance, and that was really it. Other than that, I was able to read it just in the normal thing. But I'll put that link in the description below for anyone who might not be able to get a hold of the most recent chapter just yet. But like I said, definitely want to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below, let me know, and of course, thanks for watching.